Hello friends, welcome back again to my channel. I hope you're enjoying the stories so far. This season we'll be talking about love. So relax and enjoy this beautiful love story. In a small quiet African village, there lived a young jeweler named Kofi. He was known for his gifted hands, crafting beautiful jewelry from simple materials. Kofi wasn't wealthy, but his work reflected his heart, pure, kind, and full of love. Kofi had been in love with Adele, a cheerful young woman who often came to his shop. Every time she steps into the shop, she talks about her dreams, how she wants to leave the village and start something big in the city. Adele often came to admire his creations. Adele was a kind young woman, but she never noticed Kofi's feelings. She dreamed of leaving the village, and she told Kofi about it. She told Kofi, "One day, I will leave this village to find a better life in the city." That fateful day came. Kofi crafted a special bracelet from silver scraps he had saved. It was simple but elegant, with a small inscription on the inside that read, "True love never fades." He planned to give it to Adele, though he didn't have the courage to tell her how he felt. Adele visited the shop one last time before leaving for the city. Kofi nervously handed her the bracelet. "This is for you," he said quietly. Adele's eyes widened. "Kofi, it's beautiful. Why are you giving this to me?" "It's just a token," said Kofi, "to remind you of home." Kofi said all this, avoiding her gaze. Adele smiled and hugged him. "Thank you. I'll never forget this." Kofi watched her walk away, his heart heavy. He didn't tell her the bracelet held his deepest feelings for her, hoping she would find happiness in the city. Life in the city wasn't easy for Adele. She struggled to find work, and loneliness crept in. One day, she looked down at the bracelet on her wrist and read the inscriptions, "True love never fades." The words gave her strength. She remembered Kofi's kindness and how he always believed in her. She remembered how he would sit and listen quietly to all her dreams, her stories about how she would one day be a very important woman. She decided to persevere, believing that love and goodness still existed in the world. Months later, Adele found a job and began to build life for herself, but she never forgot the bracelet or the person who gave it to her. It was a constant reminder that brought her strength on a day-to-day basis. Years passed and Adele became very successful, but her heart felt empty. One day she decided to return to the village to reconnect with her roots. When she arrived, she found Kofi still working in his little shop. Her heart leaped for joy. She saw him crafting jewelry with the same quiet passion. He looked older, but his warm smile was still the same. "Kofi," Adele said, holding up the bracelet, "this saved me. Every time I felt like giving up, I looked at it and remembered your kindness." Kofi was surprised. "I'm glad it helped you. I never thought his voice trailed off. Adele stepped closer. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. You didn't just give me a bracelet. You gave me hope. And maybe love? Kofi's eyes filled with tears. I've always loved you, Adele. I just never had the courage to say it. Adele smiled and took his hands. You gave me strength when I needed it most. Now it's my turn to give you that. They began spending more and more time together, and soon the entire village would see their love blossoming, and admiring them, villagers would whisper praises of how much Kofi and Adele had come to know each other. Kofi's little shop became a symbol of hope and love as people came to hear their story. Years later, Adele and Kofi worked together to expand the shop, blending a city experience with his craft and the bracelet that started it all. The bracelet became a family heirloom, a reminder that true love, no matter how small the gesture, can change lives. Dear friends, I hope you still believe in love, no matter how this world seems crazy. Acts of kindness, no matter how little, can leave a lasting impact. Love and hope have the power to transform lives, even when unspoken. Thank you so much for listening once again. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And most importantly, leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. Welcome to a season of love.